What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Into Geek podcast on a very special episode. Joining me, as always, is Chase.
Hello,
and returning guest for our special WrestleMania showdown episode, Jimmy from Nerdpool. How are we doing, bud?
What's up, brother?
Did you say Jimmy?
Jimmy, it's Jimmy now. So tonight's double special because not only are we doing WrestleMania talk from night 1 and night 2, we're also doing our first Geek Trivia fight outside of the Into Geek verse. Jamie is the first planet in line in the verse here, and so it was natural to have him go up against Chase. But we'll be doing that at the end. I'll have timestamps here if you don't care about the wrestling talk, unless you're on the podcast, which just fucking suck it up. I don't know. All right, guys. So let's before we do any of that though, we got to hit the intro. Yes, they are. All the questions are going to be that hard.
That was James Hamilton Baldwin.
Got it. Nailed it. So night 1 of WrestleMania 2021 started off on a delay because they're doing it outside and it was raining like crazy, thunderstorms and everything. So you got a bunch of kind of cringy promos in the back, but it felt kind of fun because it was them having to work on their feet. But we finally got into our first match, which might have been one of the best matches of the first night. And that was Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. Do you agree with how it ended? I don't think you were super into it.
No, I love Bobby Lashley. And I wanted Bobby Lashley to retain. I thought when they put the title on him, I'm like, okay, finally, after all this time, he deserves it. And I'm like, the sad thing is he's just going to be this because Drew didn't get his WrestleMania moment last year. There was no fans. And they're going to do it again this year, and they didn't have Brock. So what's the next best thing? Black Brock. And we're just going to take Bobby Lashley.
He's bigger.
And have him. I figured that was going to happen. So when Bobby retains, I was like, hell yeah, they actually shocked me. I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, it was cool. I definitely think it was the second best match probably of the night, which we will get into the best one later on. But yeah, no, it was definitely, I enjoyed it more than the previous 2 matches with Brock because I'm one of the people that just doesn't think that Brock, really works that well. Which I know certain matches he has, but just overall, I just like him versus Rollins was boring to me. Him versus Drew last year, it was kind of boring to me or whatever. Well, but this one, it was solid. It was fun.
Him versus Drew last year was just. I will. If you haven't seen the match, let me break it down for you. It's 5 minutes.
Yeah.
There are 4 German suplexes. There are 3 F5s. There are clotheslines, Claymore.
One, 2, 3.
Sweat. Yeah. That's legitimately the how.
So, I enjoyed this one better. I gave it 3 stars. The next, we got the tag team tournament thing with all of the women.
Which I thought was a gauntlet, because the way a gauntlet match is 2 people or teams start out. When one gets a pinfall or submission, another one enters.
Yeah.
But apparently, it's called a turmoil. I will say this, though. I love this match.
Did you really?
Not for any of the wrestling. No offense to anybody, but all the women looked amazing in this match. I felt bad for Mandy Rose. Coming down the entranceway, she slipped and fell, and you could just tell it just kind of threw her off. She did.
If the Riot Squad hadn't been good in this, I would have given this. Because I gave it 1.5 stars.
Oh, the match wasn't great. There was a lot of sloppiness going on, a lot of botches. Liv Morgan looked amazing. I love Liv Morgan to death.
She just back to being Harley Quinn now.
Man, she looked amazing. Her and Ruby Riot's whole Joker Harley Quinn thing just worked.
Moving on from that, we had Seth Rollins versus Cesaro, which I know everybody's a big Cesaro fan or whatever. I thought this match was just okay. It felt like a normal Monday Night Raw match.
Yes, it wasn't. It wasn't great. They were
okay. I didn't see this match, but I heard a rumor. Does he do the spin with no hands?
He does.
There's a move called the UFO, and he puts him on his shoulder and he spins him around on his neck.
Okay,
he's spinning with no hands, so he just puts his hand down and he's spinning, and it looks cool. It's almost like a dancer move or something, or like a strongman log spinner or something on the back. This was 2 stars for me. It was fine. They work well. Both of them are great workers. Cesaro wins with a 23 skidoo and a neutralizer.
Skidoo.
The only thing that, and I brought this up to everybody, is I feel bad because out of both nights, it seemed like Cesaro was one of 3 people that didn't get pyro. Like they're just like, screw it. We're going to give you something that looks like the Matrix at the beginning, and that's it.
His giant nipples.
Leave his nipples alone. He said it. He said it, Cesaro.
Nipples.
The next match was the New Day versus AJ Styles and Omos, and it was
Somebody forgot to tell Omos he was wrestling because he's in street clothes.
Yeah, I mean, but he probably can't find gear for him because he's like 7'3" or something. But it started out fun, and the New Day were talking trash to Styles, and then eventually we all knew that Omos would get in, and then he would just start cleaning house, and they sold really well for him. It was fine. I mean, like they got this 2-all stuff.
I'm going to go on and say this: this match should have never happened. The ending didn't happen. The New Day did not lose their titles because if you notice, in the rules of tag team wrestling, there is a tag rope. You have to be holding the tag rope when you tag into the match.
Jim Cornette.
Almost. The tag rope is on his right side. Almost reaches in with his right and tags, not holding the rope. He was not the legal man. So New Day, you have a legitimate argument here saying that you should have never lost the titles.
If the 10 of y'all see this that know the New Day, let them know.
Jimmy, you do know this is scripted, right?
You can be scripted, but again,
that could be a thing though.
Within the rules, he did not legally tag in. He was not the legal man. I really do wish his finisher was something. I'm expecting something more devastating than a Baldo bomb. Like, I understand he's from 7'3", he's picking you up, but it just, I don't know. I was expecting something. I don't know what, but just something more.
It was fine. Then we got Shane McMahon, Money Shane versus Braun, and he just, I did this for all the stupid people out there.
Braun. I don't get where this came from. I don't get why the smaller guys being the bully. I don't get why WWE runs an anti-bullying campaign, and this entire storyline was built on calling somebody stupid and saying that they couldn't pass grades and they can't read.
I'll say
Shane McMahon said that.
Yes.
Yeah. So WWE has an anti-bullying thing, and then Shane McMahon is the bully.
Is the bully.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was such a weird angle, but I think this was one of the more fun matches of night one. Shane's always going to do something crazy. I cannot believe he's still taking bumps like this, like in his age.
I can't believe he hasn't had a heart attack. Every time Shane wrestles, sweaty. His face turns so red and he sweats so much, it looks like he's having a stroke.
Definitely. But I will say, having Braun tear the fence, but it was funny because during the match, I texted you and I was like, so at the same time, we're supposed to believe that Shane's in a match against this man, and he's holding his own, but we're also supposed to believe that Braun can rip metal in half. Okay, cool. It's just like, what is going on here? I gave that one 2.5 stars.
But
so
Shane's bump,
it looks
because it was brutal.
Then we got, I think, the shocker of the 2 nights, and that was Bad Bunny's match. Him and Priest worked pretty damn well together.
Damian Priest is really good. I mean, he's been good since I've seen him in ROH.
Not into his weird S&M gear that he's got going on, but he's their own.
But that's the thing that kind of this was more about Bad Bunny, and he was just like a side character, which I get. I mean, Bad Bunny is. Apparently, he's a huge star. And I'm not trying to talk bad about him. I just legitimately didn't know who he was. Either.
That's because we're old.
I also. Well, it's that, and he's also he's based out of South America, right, or something. Or
I mean, he's from Latin America. I don't know. Yeah. I think it's Colombia is where he's from.
Where? So he got big first internationally, but and now here.
Miz, hats off to Miz because Miz made him look like $1 million. Yeah, he did really well, and hats off to Adam Pearce and Drew Gulak, who were the ones working with him and training him all this time. They made him look good, and he did. He worked half the match, and it wasn't like a normal famous person comes in, has a few spots. I mean, he did a few actual. I mean, like a Hurricane Rana. He did the Canadian Destroyer and stuff, So I mean, it wasn't bad. But the only thing that gets me is today everybody's talking about how it was the greatest celebrity performance.
Pat McAfee.
Well, Pat McAfee did amazing, and not that long ago on NXT, and not just Stephen Amell. Yes, the Green Arrow.
He's not bad. Yeah, he's not bad.
His few matches. He's good, and I know Bad Bunny's technically a bigger star than them. He really is nowadays. Most people don't know who Pat McAfee is when I say it, which it's a shame.
Yeah, I don't know who's Pat McAfee.
He was the punter for the Colt for a long time.
Okay, I think so.
And then he started to do announcer work for like
Oh,
for
he has a radio show, podcast, like he does a lot.
His podcast is really funny.
He did actually pretty well.
But he had a show.
Very shocking.
Oh, what's his name? The running back from the Tigers.
D'Angelo Williams.
He looked actually pretty well.
Well, if you're going like that, Carl Malone did good. Kevin Green did good.
No. D'Angelo did much
Carl
better.
Carl Malone did amazing for what he was.
Come on.
For the short period of time that he was allowed to do it, which was they gave him, I think he had a month to actually train. He did good.
I'm just saying he didn't look good. He didn't look good.
Look, we know that you were a Bulls fan and you don't like Carl Malone because of that. But come on,
I'm just saying.
You were a Bulls fan.
That's not why I don't like Carl Malone. There's a lot of reasons why I don't like Carl Malone.
He hates the mail. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's it. I'm the only out of us who uses mail. Okay, I still mail all my bills. Okay.
And then, so for that match, I gave that 2.5 stars. It was okay. And then finally, we get to the main event: Sasha Banks versus Bianca Belair. And I'll say, everybody talks about you get that like in WrestleMania moment, and before they start, I think it's a mixture of that plus it's the first time ever that like two black women have held the
main event,
main event, and both of them look like they're like about to like cry and stuff. It was
Bianca did.
It was super cool. It was great.
Bianca starts crying, and when they ring the bell, she's crying, and they gave her a second to compose.
Yeah, and they start doing this or whatever, and they put on a damn show, man. Like,
they did.
Like I mean, it was great. I mean, like both of them worked very, very well together, and they have to have another match together now.
Their chemistry was
really good.
I don't know if they've ever wrestled before. I haven't seen them. They might have wrestled a while ago, but I don't think so because they were never in NXT together. As far as I know, Belair started after Sasha, so I don't think they were on the independents. But they just had chemistry and it clicked. Yeah, and it was the moment. Like it was a great match.
I honestly originally wanted her to challenge either Asuka or somebody, whatever, and not Sasha, because both of them. I mean, like their characters are a little bit like the same. They're very like cocky, egotistical, but. The match was awesome. I don't think a match versus Asuka would have been that good, probably.
No.
And it was an awesome win for her. And I think it's the right person to have the belt because Sasha's won it like 4 or 5 times or whatever. There wasn't much more for her to do currently. And with Blair here, I think, you can really run her for about like 6 months or a year or so, probably.
She is one of the most athletic women they've ever had. And she has a presence about her. She has a swagger about her, and if she's somebody they can strap a rocket to, and she can carry it for a long time.
She caught Sasha off of a dive and then pressed her in the air and then carried her up the stairs and then threw her in the ring. It was great. It was
she proved she is the strongest, the best, the fastest, the EST of WWE.
I gave this match a 4. It was very good. Moving on to night 2, we got the Fiend and Randy Orton opening it up.
Hold on, we had Hogan and Titus O'Neil in Pirates gear.
In pirate gear.
I don't know why. I'm just sorry I had to mention that because it was just ridiculous.
And then they yelled "arg" at each other. It was great. This match sucked. I'm sorry. I mean, like this is I don't have any stars written down here because it's just like a question mark. I'm like, okay, I don't know what this was. It was like. You started off with Randy Orton has the longest entrance I've ever seen in my life, and he's just walking. And then you get the Fiend gets healed with a computer effect, so his mask is back to normal.
Some lawnmower man.
I didn't get the whole returning zombie thing anyway. It's like I told you.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was going to be like he was sort of like a Gollum or just
a Gollum.
Look.
Gollum.
I said Gollum. I said what I said. But anyway, look, remind my Southern twang. All right. But anyway, it's just, I was thinking it's going to be something like that where basically Alexa controls him. And then you had brought up, when does he go back? I was like, I don't know, maybe never. And then it was like immediately he's dressed like it. He walks computer digitized, and I'm like, are you kidding
I didn't understand, like, if he would have walked to the ring like that, it would made sense. But like, it like shows that, and then he's in the box.
He's in a box.
And then he's in a box.
Maybe he was walking in the box.
And then they have a giant box, and Alexa Bliss plays it, and the music is going too fast for her winding it or whatever, so it's not timed correctly. But like whatever, he comes out, he jumps off, and then him worked for what, like maybe 2 minutes or something, 3 minutes.
One more thing about the entrance: when she did it, a Jack in the Box pops up. So I was expecting maybe a Rey Mysterio 6-foot him just come flying out.
That would have been cool. Looking petty,
but he jumps off and dives on him, and then they go to it and.
Yeah,
Orton and him have done this, but the Fiend character is like a Michael Myers. Like nothing bothers him.
Except for one RKO. Takes him out. Took him out, no problem.
He was under a spell because apparently
he looked at like Alexa Bliss.
Doing her.
I don't know. So is that who she is? Is she Sister Abigail now?
I don't know what that was. They didn't explain it. It makes no sense.
Her crown was just like blood was just coming out of it or whatever. And stuff.
She's looking like what's her name? Enchantress from Suicide Squad right there. Like, and it's just like this black stuff is just like shooting, and it's not leaking. It's like,
she's wearing a headband, and that's where it's going.
Yeah, I know, but it's not like leaking. It's like shooting, and it looks weird. And he's dazed, and then RKO is 3. He gets up, and all of a sudden the lights go out, and they're gone.
The box is kind of still there.
It was so confusing. I don't know. I didn't know what to think about it or whatever.
Even the fans in the arena were confused.
Yeah, I was super weird.
I was like looking forward to that match too. I like I like Randy Orton. I like the Fiend. So, I mean, I was like, this should be good, and it was so quick, and I don't know.
And then we got a tag team match for the belts for the females, Natalyia and Tamina, excuse me, and Shayna Bazler and
Nia Jax. You better put some respect on Tamina's name.
Yeah, whatever.
They won the night before, so they get to do this. And Natalyia is amazing. She always has been, always will be. She's not old, Andrew.
She's 38.
That's not old.
She's older than me, which is old.
It's not Ric Flair old.
But
Ric Flair's dead. He just still works.
To be fair, Tamina's past her in her 40s, so but this match it never clicked. Nothing ever got together.
Yeah. And I'll say it was really funny. We started watching it, and Chase is like, man, when Tamina and Ray got in the ring, he was like, it's almost like Kong vs. Godzilla. And then like 5 minutes later, Cole started yelling that out. I was like, oh my god, it is like Kong vs. Godzilla.
Nia screamed, "I'm King Kong!"
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, that's when they made the reference, and it never clicked. Like Nia is still too green. Tamina's never been good. God bless her. She's just never been good.
She's the mean one.
She just really hasn't been. Natalya's great. I know you're not a big fan of Shayna, but Shayna's good, and they can have great matches because they have chemistry. They're friends. They work together.
The problem is that like I don't have time to watch NXT, so I haven't seen Shayna be awesome. I've only seen like a couple of matches on like pay-per-views, and all those matches suck. So it's like it makes me think less of her.
I also will say that this was the battle of the eyeshadow because everybody had on so much eyeshadow makeup everywhere. There's jewels on people's faces and there's black and green and red. And I was like, what is going on here?
I gave this 1.5 stars. We then moved on to Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn with Logan Paul on the side. This was fine. I gave this 2.5 stars.
Look,
because Owens and Zayn can't have a bad match.
No, they are great. The thing that brought this down for me is Logan Paul. Anybody who listens to my podcast knows I can't stand the Paul brothers. They are arrogant. They are narcissistic. Everybody, they are just assholes.
I think he's looking for a fight.
I was saying, welcome to Into Geek.
I'll fight
him review bomb.
I'll fight either one of them.
Okay, and this is Jamie at Nerdpool.
I'm his Twitter handle right here.
Okay, back to the match. There was a good match. Luckily, he wasn't involved in it with what we were constantly.
Yeah.
I was afraid they were going to put him on commentary, and if so, I was going to tell you to mute the damn TV.
It was solid. I don't think those two guys can have a bad match.
Sami Zayn sold for Kevin Owens amazing. He did. His facial expressions. They have chemistry again. They've known each other forever. If you go back to Ring of Honor or PWG, anything they do, they know each other. They know how each other work. So it was a great match. The ending with.
Hey, you got your wish, man. You were like, I hope he stuns Logan Paul, and he does.
Yeah. I was really afraid he was going to, because he's a quote unquote boxer, that he was going to knock Sami Zayn out.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. I was like, don't do it. And luckily he just pushed him. So Sami Zayn saves face. But good match. Having him there just kind of running for me. I'm sorry.
Is clearly not over. And then we got Sheamus versus Riddle. I also gave this 2.5 stars. I thought once it got going, it was solid. It was good. However, I
like Riddle.
I think you're skipping. You're skipping before this match. We had the great segment with Riddle and RVD and the great Khali.
I tried to skip it.
RVD interpreting for the Khali and him hawking his rolling papers on a family-friendly TV show.
Yeah.
Matt Riddle is in his full Evil Knievel gear. Like, I like Matt Riddle. Sheamus, I've never been a fan of. They had a good match, though. It was physical. It was hard hitting. Yeah. The ending of it was brutal.
Yeah, he actually his foot. You can see like he popped Riddle in the mouth. Whatever,
Matt Riddle
a little bit
doing that move got kicked in the face.
Are you shocked that they took the belt off him so soon?
I don't know, because Matt Riddle is somebody who, again, Vince loves his comedy, so he's going to have a job forever. But if you're a comedic act, Vince is never going to see you as being the guy to carry it.
Yeah.
And I think that he had that feud with Bobby Lashley. He took it off Lashley, and that was basically just to get Lashley to the world title. So he was a transitional.
It is kind of funny because in the next match, we got Big E versus Apollo from Wakanda.
It's Zamunda.
Jambuya.
It's Nigeria.
And what's funny though is that you're talking about like Vince will give you a job forever if you're funny, like from Big E, but you don't get to keep the belt for very long because he also lost versus Apollo here.
I do think they got bigger plans for Big E.
Yeah.
Because Big E's not just a comedy act. He has charisma.
He's great.
Matt Riddle is legitimately playing just a fucking stoner on a scooter. And it's like R-Truth. R-Truth, I love R-Truth. He's great in the ring, and he is hilarious.
87 years old.
And that's the reason he's still there, is because he makes people laugh. People enjoy it. And Riddle have a job for that. The Big E and Apollo, I didn't get. It's a Nigerian drum fight.
Just call it a fucking hardcore match. That's what it was.
So
everybody used a drum.
I didn't know what this was. They gave you the rules. Basically, anything goes.
Yeah.
They gave you a backstory that it was his ancestors, and this is how they prove themselves or whatever, which is fine. You go. They have drums set up around the ringside. They have
which were never used.
Yeah, they didn't touch it.
So this is the drumless street fight. But they had kendo sticks, which I did not know were Nigerian. It just
it's the Japanese part of it.
I didn't get any of this. I didn't get it.
And then how it finished sucked. And like it just, I mean, don't have it in that way. I mean, like if like Paul's gonna win, to have him use an item or a drum, pop him in the head, use it as his giant fucking stick of like pain that they has and stuff.
No, they had Babatunde or Dabakato or whatever he's going to go by now, who they're like, who is this guy? Like the guy that was on Raw 4 months ago. Like, come on, guys. I know we're not supposed to remember this, but I remember it. Like, you had a better reason for him to be in the Shane McMahon feud with Braun Strowman than this. But I guess he has that look.
It saves face for Big E, too.
Yeah, I mean,
it just sucks.
I get it.
I
just want to know what his name's going to be, because they changed it once. I doubt they're going to call him Dabakato. I doubt he's going to be Babatunde. I mean, even though that does sound Nigerian, I don't know what they're going to do with it. He's wearing like a general's coat, so I don't know if he's going to be
a fucking soldier.
Yeah, I mean,
so
I hope Apollo starts walking like Wesley Snipes and Coming to America 2. Like, I really hope this is where this is leading. But
I give that match 1.5 stars. Moving on to Rhea Ripley and Asuka going at it.
Rhea Ripley with the worst
intro music of all time.
Yeah, her entrance music's good, not this cover. The woman doing it. It sounded like her mic wouldn't cut on half the time.
Man, was she just screaming?
Oh my!
I feel like Cody Rhodes' interest music at the last really big pay-per-view was also really terrible. This might have been worse.
It was just a bad cover. The person doing it, I don't know if that's who. I guess that's who actually does it. I don't know, but it just, her voice didn't sound right.
It was weird. I don't know.
It was not good.
This was okay. I gave it 2 stars.
This was not Bianca and Sasha.
No.
This was 2 good women who knew what they were doing, but it was a completely different style.
Yeah.
It was, Asuka is a very technical. She's really good at what she does. Very technical. And Rhea Ripley, they've got her playing the powerhouse, which is what she is. And so the styles kind of clashed, and they never really clicked, and the chemistry never hit. Not that they don't have it, it didn't work as much for me. It's not a bad, but after seeing what Bianca and Sasha did, I was expecting something more than this.
Yeah.
But Rhea going over makes sense. It really does, because I think they're going to put Rhea's going to be the center on Raw for the women's division as the powerhouse, badass, and it makes sense to take it off of Asuka now. She's held it on.
You think they'll move her to SmackDown?
Not for a while.
No. I don't know if she needs some new opponents. She's been champion for a year.
Eventually, Lynch would be back. Flair will be back.
Well, we got the drafts coming up before long anyway, so they might end up.
That's one reason why you let her lose.
They might end up switching them, but
Okay, and then our final match at WrestleMania was a triple threat between Roman Reigns, head of the table, Daniel Bryan, Mr. Yes, and Edge, the R-rated superstar. What did y'all think overall? And did the person that you want to win actually win?
Nope.
I would say this was actually the only match. This was the only match I actually even liked almost tonight.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
it worked. I didn't expect Daniel to win. I loved Daniel Bryan to win. I didn't expect him to. I thought he was there to take the pinfall.
But I'll say, I called at the very beginning. I said that the most entertaining parts are it was going to be when like Bryan was the main person working or whatever, and like all that stuff. It was great. I mean, like I would say that the double hold on Reigns. Yeah, it was funny or whatever.
That was good. That was really good.
But yeah, I mean, like I give this a 3. It was entertaining. It was fun or whatever. I think Roman winning kind of like took a little bit like the wind out of the sails, but like, I felt he was going to win anyways. Yeah. So it's like,
well, they're going to keep the story going. I don't know if it's going to be with Edge. They might go on to Edge versus Daniel Bryan, which again,
bring back Rock.
To me, I wouldn't doubt that. Yeah. But Edge versus Daniel Bryan to me would be the match I wanted to see more. Like I would rather have seen them two go at it single than it would have been Reigns and Edge.
I mean, they could easily do that next pay-per-view to set up the number one contender.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might be going that route. I hope they go that route.
It could be the fight tomorrow on Raw. Who knows?
Roman, you know what it is? Reigns won because of his fucking like Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh yeah,
that he was rocking on his hand or whatever.
But
so that gave the Rhea match. I don't know if I said that 2 stars. This one 3 stars, which means that the Belair versus Banks match for me was the best of the 2 nights or whatever.
It was
great.
Match
it was
overall.
awesome.
I didn't watch the first night, and y'all are a lot more bigger wrestling fans than I am. I don't watch as much. I do kind of keep up a little bit through Twitter and stuff, but I don't actually watch the matches.
You're going to be really bad at one of my categories.
But the point I'm going to is, as someone who doesn't watch it, like watching this WrestleMania still makes me like. I'm not like, ooh, I really got to catch Raw tomorrow. Like, there was nothing great about it to me.
That's the problem with their product now.
What could have happened tonight that would make you say?
Some of the wrestling matches, I want it to be a little bit more brutal. Like there was a couple, like the last match was really good with the 3-way and stuff, but like I didn't care really about any of the wrestlers that much. I mean, like the Fiend, like I was looking forward to the Fiend and Randy Orton, and
it was a huge letdown.
I wish I would have watched the Bianca match from day one. I bet that was really good.
Have just gave the sentiment of everybody who was a wrestling fan who has tried to watch it now because of that one product. Because of that, the writing is sloppy. The characters, and I was telling you this earlier, the characters are all cut and copy. They all talk the same. They all have the same vernacular. Yeah. They all walk the same. I mean, they'll have the same different gimmicks. Most of them use the same moves. It's because they're getting handed here's this piece of paper. Say what's on this. Don't use your reflection. Don't use the words you would use. Use what we wrote, and that's it.
I think that like Dave Meltzer said that he said that like if a person watches this, it seems like a very well-made product. It's very like well produced. It's very shiny, but everything feels
it lacks depth.
A lot of the same. But if you watch AEW, it might not be as good wrestling. But you're going to get 10 different styles. You're going to get 20 fucking like new characters. All of them look different, act different, or whatever. So like it feels more like a really great indie show. And at some point, AEW will be better than that. But for right now, it's still fresh. It's still fun. Once their crowd gets back, it's going to be awesome.
I think like for WWE, like I just. They got to do something with Roman Reigns. I don't think he deserves to be at the head of the table, top dog. He's just he has no personality. I don't care for him. That's the difference. It's like I don't mind booing people. Like I hated Triple H, but he was damn good being a villain.
Well, that's the reason.
I just don't care for him.
That's the reason. That's the reason they gave him Heyman, because he's a mouthpiece and he can do on the mic what Reigns can.
Heyman's acting tonight was amazing.
His facial
expression
is so great.
Dude, he's so good.
All right, guys. So overall, fun WrestleMania. Could have been better.
No Logan Paul.
Could have been better.
It was fine. I mean,
I feel like the running, like maybe people were hurt, like, but there were some big names that are just wasn't there.
I'm just wondering, one other thing is they said 25,000 people.
20,000 were all cardboard cutouts.
It didn't. Now, granted, it didn't look like that.
It did not
at all.
It didn't.
They usually do a better job of making the crowd, even if it's it was a bunch of cardboard. They usually they make the crowd look bigger than what it was.
Hats off to the pyro people.
Oh my God, so much pyro.
Except for some money on fireworks.
So much money.
Except for Cesaro. Poor Cesaro.
let's get into it. We're finally match number 2 for Chase. He is trying to retain his Geek Trivia title. I'm gonna go over the rules real quick for everybody who might be a first-time listener to the trivia. There are 5 rounds. Each round, the points will become more sequential. So round 1, things worth 1 point. Round 2, 2 points. Round 3, 3 points. So on and so on. Each round, there is 1 category, but there are 2 sets of questions. The person that has control of the board will get to pick which category that they would like to answer from. If the person gets something wrong, the other person will get a chance to steal. So there's a way to get like extra points. If a question is too hard, you get to have one. Are you geeking me? Which is basically like a cheat, and I'll give you like a major clue, almost the answer, to help you out. You get 1 of those per game. The final round, I will explain the rules of that. Since Chase is the champion, I'm going to go first. But before we do that, I'm going to.
We got a word from our sponsor.
1 second before we start, can I do?
Well, I was going to introduce you guys here. He's cashing in his
money in the bank.
No, I'm breaking out some good luck charms. For anybody who knows me knows I am a fan of the Tell 'em Steve Dave podcast. Not a sponsor. It's just my favorite podcast. If you don't know who it is, quick plug for them real quick. It is Brian Johnson and Walter Flanagan from Comic Book Men. You might know them as the guys from Mallrats that say, Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Tell 'em Steve Dave.
Fanboy. And Brian Quinn from Impractical Jokers. These are artifacts from them, but they're good luck charms. So first off, I have my Prussian kissing devil skull that I want for, that. And to bring me good luck, it is the Fiend Effect Baron von Flanagan.
Ooh. So
I will have them with me. I'm sorry, Chase. I had to have some little, just to help,
Let's got my Mountain Dew here. So,
okay. So introducing first our contender, our challenger of the night, the new mouth of the South, the
over there,
that fool from Nerdpool. Jimmy, how we doing tonight?
Doing great. I'm looking to usurp the king tonight.
How did you train for tonight?
Well, I ate a lot of snacks, as you can tell.
Love it.
I watched movies. I read some comic books.
Just like randomly did some stuff.
And I read all of the notes that I had written that have nothing to do with what you wrote. Just stuff you might have known. I listened to you guys' podcast. I listened to my own podcast. And I've studied Chase. I've known him for a while. I watched his movements for a little while.
I stalked him a little bit.
I was at his job watching in a back booth, just seeing how he moved. So.
All right. Introducing our champion, the OG of the Geek Run, the man who knows so much he's forgotten how much he actually knows. 1-0 currently. Chase, how are we doing tonight?
Doing great.
Did you like train at all or anything?
I watched Titanic like 5 times. That's about it.
It's safe because I have a whole Titanic.
I was hoping. I was hoping.
Okay. I hope you're joking.
These are the 5 categories of the night. Chase, you're the champion, so you will get to pick first. We have Action Bros, which is movies all about action movies. We have Wrestling Know-How. We have That Ain't Right. Heroic Films. And Killer Names, which will be all about horror movies. Where would you like to start for round 1?
I'll go with the Action Bros.
The Action Bros. Okay, we have 2 categories here.
Real quick, Drew, make sure to keep score correctly this time.
I've got it this time. I'm now prepared. We have Arnold Schwarzenegger movies or Sylvester Stallone movies.
I'll take Arnold for 300.
Okay, we're doing Arnold Schwarzenegger movies. I do have a timer and stuff, so as soon as I get done with the question, I will start the timer. You'll be able to hear it. Y'all should also be able to hear it. This is a tagline.
Okay.
Moscow's toughest detective, Chicago's craziest cop. There's only one thing worse than making them mad: making them partners.
Ooh, it's 1 of 2. I can't remember. It's Red Dawn.
It is not Red Dawn. Hold on.
The other word.
Jamie, you have a chance to steal.
Can you say it one more time?
Moscow's toughest detective, Chicago's craziest cop. There's only one thing worse than making them mad: making them partners.
What's the name of it? I don't remember.
I want to guess again just for fun. Is it Red Heat?
It's Red
I knew
Heat.
it.
Oh, it's not.
It's Heat or Dawn. It's Heat or Dawn.
It's not Red Dawn.
He was not in Red Dawn.
Jamie steals a
I just
point.
couldn't remember. I knew there was a Red Heat and Red Dawn. I couldn't remember.
Okay.
That's one sure.
Question
that was
2.
Sway's dog.
This one is a quote.
Okay.
Let off some steam, Bennett.
Commando.
It is Commando. Chase
I'm on the board.
on the board.
And he didn't steal the question I missed.
In what film does Arnold find an In what film does Arnold find an illegal clone of himself?
The Sixth Day.
Yes.
I saw that in theaters.
Nice. All
And
right.
I saw it in theaters, and I have not seen it since.
I thought
I knew that one.
I thought
Total Recall.
that one was going to be really hard for somebody. I was like, I was like, nobody's seen fucking Sixth Day. Jesus.
I've seen it once.
This is another quote. Shoots his wife. Consider that a divorce.
Total Recall.
So hoping you didn't get
I was
that
like-
one. I knew that one right away.
Oh, when you first said shoots his wife, I thought that was like part of the line, but then I realized he's actually shooting Sharon Stone.
All right. This one has a few words removed. I need you to tell me the rest of, or the like entire quote.
I'll be
basically.
back.
All right. I need your blank, and your blank.
I know it. I'm trying to get it. I need your jacket, your something in bike.
Chance to steal.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Oh yeah. I was like, I got the movie. It took me a minute, but I could not remember.
All right. After Chase's round, Chase is up 3-2. Jamie, are you
You
ready?
got 2 for what?
He got.
You stole that last question. That's it.
Oh, that's right. You're right. My bad.
See, you got to keep an eye on.
Sorry.
Bro.
No. I forgot.
I only
because
keep, I only keep an eye on him if it's not in my favor.
I forgot in the last round. If you get it wrong, the other person gets it. Sorry, I apologize. Though. So it's 3-1.
Okay.
All right.
Come back to haunt
In
you.
what animated film does Sylvester Stallone portray a character named Weaver?
Oh, I did. I don't remember the name of it. What is it? I can picture it.
Chase, chance to steal.
I'll take a guess. Madagascar.
Oh, it's ants.
Didn't see that one. I'm a Bugs Life kind of guy.
I apologize.
All right. What is the name of his character in Demolition Man?
I haven't seen Demolition Man in forever.
Chase is salivating at the mouth.
No, I'm actually trying to remember it.
Oh my god.
Chase, chance to steal.
Stone. I can't think of it.
Oh. John Spartan.
John Spartan. That's right.
See, this is what you get for taking my Schwarzenegger. I was more of a Schwarzenegger than a
I
strong
was
guy.
too. I was too.
In the movie Tango and Cash, is he Tango or Cash?
He's Tango.
Do you know his actual whole name?
John Tango?
No. Do you know?
Sylvester Stallone.
Ray Tango.
Rango.
Ray.
And Gabe Cash. Jimmy scores. Tagline. His whole life was 1,000,000 to 1 shot.
Rocky?
I'll take Sylvester Stallone's most popular movie for 1,000.
It could have been Rambo.
I actually, when you first said it, I thought the movie Oscar because you said 1,000,000.
Oh, funny. All right. And what 90s film did Stallone star opposite of Antonio Banderas?
I know this one.
Uh-oh. Ooh, chance to steal.
Assassin.
Assassins.
For some reason, and I knew it was wrong. The only thing I've been
I really
picturing,
like that movie.
the only thing I've
It's not
pictured this whole time is stop or my mom will shoot. I don't know why.
That's funny.
But I'm like, that's a Stale Getty. That is not Antonio Banderas.
All right.
They look like that.
After one round, Chase has 4. Jamie has 3. Chase, you still retain control of the board.
Okay.
Which category would you like to get to? Or do I need to reread them?
Reread them.
You have killer names, heroic films, that ain't right, and wrestling know-how.
I will take heroic films.
All right. Heroic films are movies set about superheroes, specifically in Marvel and in DC. Do you want Marvel questions or do you want DC
Ooh,
questions?
Are you kidding me?
That's a good one. I feel like I want to take the Marvel just because I think it'll be easier.
I
And
think
can
it
get
will
the DC.
be.
So I'll take the Marvel.
Oh, clever girl. All right. First question. Turn this over here. What is the only Marvel film to not have a post-credit scene?
Uh,
It was all fun and games.
yeah, that wasn't. I've heard of this. I'm just trying to remember which one it is.
Ooh, Chance of
Damn it.
Steel?
In game.
No, it is. It is. I'm sorry.
I didn't even think about that one day.
Jamie steals 2 points.
I was just out of curiosity. Is when you say Marvel, is that like
MCU.
okay? That's what I was the whole time. I think it's
the duh.
like one of the old ones.
All right. Next one. Where is Captain America from?
Brooklyn.
Damn you! You gave him the easy ones.
This one is not going to be easy. What does SHIELD stand for?
I'm not going to try to guess because I don't want to get mad.
You got to say something.
Shit. I don't know.
Chance to steal
Shield.
Mr. Jamie. Like-
Super high. I am leading erosion.
Strategic Homeland Intervention Enforcement and Logistics Division.
That's what I said. What did you hear?
Rude. Which former Doctor Who companion plays Nebula?
Do you want the actress name?
Yes. Obviously, because I gave you the character name.
I can't even think of her name. I can think of her name on Doctor Who.
Mr. Jamie.
I will be honest. I've never known her name. I will honestly be honest with you.
If it was multiple choice,
Karen Gillan.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Karen.
You both
I honestly,
You know I'm awful with names.
You both still
saying.
have a.
honestly just didn't know. I apologize to her.
I thought you guys would just like go through like all these Marvel questions here. I was wrong here. The DCs are really gonna be bad.
Well, good. Luckily, it's mine,
Yeah.
right?
In which film's post-credit scene did Thanos first appear?
Avengers. Or was it Howard the Duck? I could never remember.
All right.
I wish.
Chase got 2 right. Jimmy stole one there.
I gotta steal some here. I gotta do better.
All right. Moving on to the DC questions. What is the name of the wizard's lair in Shazam?
The Shazam lair?
Chance to steal.
Merlin's Vault.
Rock of Eternity. What is the name of the monster Aquaman must beat to become king of the 7 seas?
The Kraken?
Chase, chance to steal.
Not the Kraken?
Like the big crab. Krabby from SpongeBob.
The Carathan.
Uh,
It's like the Kraken kind of or whatever, but
They couldn't get the right
It's
Kraken.
like
guys.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know.
Look, I apologize. I'm getting the, there's some.
I'm not getting these
look,
either.
There is literally somebody who's a DC fan going,
I know. Oh, I'm sorry. What's the Joker's uncontrollable condition called?
Laugh a lot of Asia? I don't.
Chance to steal.
Schizophrenia.
Pathological laughing.
Can we just say how difficult these were compared to Marvel?
I know, man. I told you. All right. Which 2 members of the Justice League opposed to bring back Superman in the Justice League movie?
That is Aquaman and Wonder Woman.
Yeah. And it's the Justice League movie. They don't do that in the Snyder Cut.
All right.
Oh, Aquaman.
And finally, who is the leader of the Amazons?
Oh, I don't. Oh, it's not Diana. What is her mom's name?
What is her mom's name?
Athena?
Chase, chance to
I
steal.
don't feel bad if I'm going to get this wrong. Hippolyta?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
All right.
I would have had to turn my geek card if I missed that one. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm out of the game.
After 2 rounds,
so you're saying I got to turn it in? Fine, I quit. Flip the table.
Chase is up 10-7.
This is bull. I don't like it. He cheating. He's over there drinking Mike's secret stuff.
You still have control of the board.
Okay, all right. You know your categories are coming up. I need a big lead before I get to
That ain't right.
My categories.
Wrestling know-how and killer names.
I'll go wrestling know-how.
Wrestling know-how.
See, he's doing this thing, and he's like I'm going to give him these, and watch. These are going to be the most.
I need like 90s wrestling, and then 2000.
He said in 1933, George Hackenschmidt.
Do you want heels or faces?
I'll take heels.
You can heal. So these are mainly about like heels, whatever. I mean, I know that most people change back and forth, but first question. Oh no, I can't
read your writing.
I might need your help.
But
I'll try and say it. Ernie Ratton. Is that right?
It depends on what you're talking about.
Ernie Ratton managed under two names. One was Abdullah Farouk. What was the other?
Managed under two names.
Abdullah Farouk and one other.
I do not know.
Chance to steal.
Say it again, please.
Ernie Ratton managed under two names. One was Abdullah Farouk. What was the other? The Grand Wizard of Wrestling.
Oh my God, I knew that.
I'm just glad you didn't get that.
I knew that too.
Who were the members of Harlem Heat from 1989 to 2000?
Booker T and Stevie Ray. Got that 90s wrestling going.
Technically, you missed two people that, they had the two different managers and you missed them. Three, technically.
Who is the only female member of Corporate Ministry?
The only female member? China? I almost said Stephanie McMahon.
What two members of the Four Horsemen got into a real-life brawl, which resulted in one man being stabbed by scissors by another? Who are the two guys involved?
I want to say Dusty Rhodes and Arn Anderson.
Chance of steal.
First off,
Dusty
it was Sid Vicious and Arn Anderson. Dusty was never a horseman.
I didn't know Sid Vicious was.
And Sid Vicious, because he was revoked after that.
I was about to say, wasn't Chris Benoit at one point?
Yes.
Yeah. I would
He
have
was the last
thought
one.
Your final question. Who is the only WWE superstar to win the Intercontinental Championship 8 times?
The Rock.
Chance of steal.
Chris Jericho?
Jamie is catching up with.
No, I mean this is his category. He should take a lead on it.
Wrestle know-how for faces.
The Grand Wizard. That's
a hard one.
I knew that one too.
What star made their debut on Raw attacking The Rock, setting up a match at Backlash?
Attacking The Rock, setting up a match at Backlash? I do not remember this one. I can't believe that.
Can you read the question one more time?
What star made their debut on Raw attacking The Rock, setting up a match at Backlash?
Goldberg?
Damn it. I just watched that too.
Oh, wow, that sucks.
Oh, well, that sucks.
All right. In the year 2000, at King of the Ring, who became new WWE heavyweight champ?
The Rock.
Who were the members of the Colossal Connection from 1989 to 1990?
Hercules and the Barbarian.
Chance of steal.
I got Earthquake and
Oh my God, I can't believe I got them wrong. I cannot believe that one.
It's some kind of typhoon.
Ooh, that is the Natural Disasters.
Oh, okay.
King, Haku, and Andre the Giant.
Yep.
I knew it was two big guys. I just couldn't remember.
Oh my God, I just remembered that.
Who were the original members of the Dream Team?
The original members of the Dream Team? What
Chance of steal?
Wait, before one thing. Are you talking a tag team or are you talking
Tag
Survivor
team.
Series?
The original tag team.
Okay.
You're talking tag. I can't be like Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, because they were the original. I have no clue. I would say Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty.
No.
Brutus Beefcake and Greg Valentine. You guys still have your cheat.
The Dream Team.
Now I could. You got the Dream Team.
Okay, last question.
The Dream Team.
What other wrestler did Miss Elizabeth become romantically involved with?
Lex Luger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dream Team.
I don't know.
I don't remember the Dream Team.
After 3 rounds,
The Dream Team.
6-12.
I'm done.
We are tied.
I quit.
At 19 points.
I quit.
But Jamie won that last round. He now gets to pick between the rounds that are left. We have killer names, and we have that ain't right.
Let's go with killer names.
Killer names. These are about horror movies. I will tell you a name of the villain, and you will tell me the movie that it comes from. Do you want normal people, which are man killers, or pure evil, which are monster-like characters?
Give me the pure evil.
Okay. Number 1, Leatherface.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Number 2, Daniel Robitaille.
Daniel Robitaille.
Yep.
I don't remember this one.
Chance of Steel.
Scream 3.
Ooh. Candyman. That's his actual name.
Oh, I did not remember that.
David Powers.
David Powers.
These are monsters.
I don't remember David Powers.
Chance of Steel. This might be
honestly.
your only chance to actually steal.
David Powers.
I need the movie.
It.
Oh, it's Pennywise, man.
No, but the other guy was something Powers.
Daniel Powers.
Powers.
Lost Boys. Let's keep yourself on the characters now.
I have. Oh my god, I have not seen that in
I
forever.
know, it's been a
It's
long
on
time.
HBO Max on my watch list.
All right. Charles
I'm sorry.
Lee Ray.
Oh, Child's Play.
Yeah, that one was easy.
I'm upset with the Dream Team.
The Tall Man.
Oh, Phantasm. I was fixing to say the Tall Man with Jessica Biel.
All right. He got three correct here, Chase. You got some room here to make up, man. Your first one, these are man killers, so these are people killers.
She's a man eater.
Annie Wilkes.
Misery.
Right.
It better get harder than Annie Wilkes.
John Kramer.
Copycat.
Chance of Steel.
He is Jigsaw from Saw.
Yeah. It's becoming a bloodbath, folks. Patrick Bateman.
American Psycho.
I was if you didn't get this one, like I was throwing you out of here.
I have a friend of mine whose name is Patrick Bateman.
I was throwing you out of here if you didn't get that one.
Jack Torrance.
That is The Shining.
I retract my statement. If you missed that one, I was throwing you out of here.
Okay, and finally,
the Dream Team.
Norman Bates.
Psycho.
I should have.
Woo! I got the easy category out of the
I really thought that the monsters was going to be the easy one.
Too. I would have gone the same way with you.
So 16 points for both people. So
we're tied again.
Tied at 35. Jamie still has control, though. Our last
that ain't right.
category. That ain't right. I will read a statement to you. You tell me which thing in there is not correct. I have movies and I have comic books. Jamie, you get to pick.
I'm gonna go with movies.
Going with movies. All right. Are you ready?
Yes.
Christopher Nolan is known as one of the best working directors who has been cranking out critical hits since his first film, The Following, to his latest film, Tenet. What is wrong in that statement?
That he's a critically acclaimed director. No.
That's what I was saying. I was like,
oh, sorry. I should probably.
Well, it's that one more time. I'm sorry. To answer your question.
Christopher Nolan is one of the best working directors who has been cranking out critical hits since his first film, The Following, to his latest film, Tenet.
He didn't do The Following? Or
The Following was not his first movie.
I don't know directors.
He did The Following.
I just want directors. Unless you're Kevin Smith. What's up, man?
Okay, so that is accidentally correct. I meant to write down for Memento.
Yeah.
The Fallen is his actual first film, but his first main film, but he does have a short film, but that was going to be the thing or whatever.
So no, neither one of us got that.
Yeah.
Protest.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say X.
Dream Team.
Sorry, I messed that up.
Skandar Akbar.
Sorry about that. Okay. Titanic and Ben-Hur are tied for the most Oscar wins of all time with 11.
Ben-Hur didn't get 11.
Chase, chance of still.
Really?
Titanic and Ben-Hur are tied for the most Oscar wins of all time with 11.
They're not tied for the most Oscar wins.
They are tied, but there is a third film actually,
Oh.
and that is Return of the King.
Okay, I thought
That's
okay.
kind of a trick
yeah.
question.
That's not really
though.
that ain't right.
Yeah.
That, because the question
That
what
ain't
you
right.
said. No, it was right.
That ain't right.
They are tied. There is more
And-
to the thing.
and
that
another-
doesn't mean that was right though. They are tied.
So we both have an out
Yeah,
here. If either one of us
exactly.
lose.
Okay.
They are tied.
Dream
actually.
Team.
Keira Knightley and Natalie Portman get confused often. Natalie Portman was in Star Wars, while Keira Knightley was in Pirates of the Caribbean. Portman was in Black Swan, but both were young stars. Natalie was in The Professional, and Keira was in a movie called Innocent Lives.
What is the question here?
What ain't right?
Yeah, but ain't right.
Okay, say it one more time. That's a lot to digest. I'm sorry. That's just a lot to digest.
Portman and Keira Knightley get confused.
Okay.
While Natalie Portman was in Star Wars, Knightley was in Pirates of the Caribbean. Portman was also in Black Swan, but both were young stars. Natalie Portman was in The Professional, while Keira Knightley was in Innocent Lives.
Keira Knightley wasn't in Innocent Lives.
Something is not correct in what I said.
I'm gonna use a geek card. I don't fucking know.
Okay. While there's a movie in here that both of them are in, and it's not just one of them.
Okay, Keira Knightley.
So Natalie Portman and her get confused. Natalie Portman is in Star Wars, while Keira Knightley is in Pirates of the Caribbean, and Portman is also in Black Swan. Both were young stars. Natalie's in Professional, and Keira is in Innocent
Was
Lives.
Keira in Black Swan?
Is that your guess?
Yeah.
They both were in Star Wars.
We're both in Star Wars.
Where was she at?
She was dressed up as Prince Amidala when
Yeah, she's her.
Oh, I thought we meant Star Wars,
Nope.
not those.
All right. James Cameron and Bill Paxton were great friends. Paxton has worked in many of Cameron's films, including Terminator, Titanic, Avatar, and True Lies.
Avatar, True Lies. He wasn't in Titanic.
Chance is still.
I don't think he's in Terminator.
Ooh, he's not in Avatar.
Oh, okay.
He's in Terminator. He is in the first scene as the punks, and he gets killed by Arnold.
I like
He's
literally.
in-
For a second,
He's
I
in
almost said it.
Titanic. He's
Yeah.
on the boat.
I like literally one of those movies, and it was.
I hadn't seen the first Terminator in forever, though.
All right, your final thing
I
here.
apologize to
Yeah.
my fans out there.
Mark Hamill has voiced many characters, including the Joker, Trickster, Swamp Thing, Chucky, Donatello, Red Skull, Oza, and more.
Holy shit! Okay, say those names again. I'm sorry, but you're giving me. That's a lot.
I know. That's the
That's a
point.
fucking lot.
Mark Hamill has voiced many characters, including the Joker, the Trickster, Swamp Thing, Chucky, Donatello, Red Skull, Oza, and more.
He didn't do Red Skull that I remember.
Is that your answer?
Yeah. Who did do Red
Chase,
Skull?
Chance still.
I guess he did not do Swamp Thing.
Ooh, he did not do
No.
Donatello.
Okay, that's,
He did Swamp Thing.
I don't remember him
I
doing
don't remember
Swamp Thing.
doing Red Skull.
It's like a Lego movie or some bullshit or something. I don't know. He does on his thing.
possible.
Okay. It's supposed to be hard, man. That's the whole point, dude. Be a professional. All right.
I'm about to professionally beat
I'm
your
about
ass.
to read some
Dream
statements. I'm about to read some statements about comic books.
Wow.
You tell me what is not right.
Okay.
Hal Jordan, the first Green Lantern, was a founding member of the Justice Society of America and one of the most powerful heroes in the DC.
Hal Jordan was not the first Green Lantern.
I gave you this category.
I was surprised you didn't take it.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I didn't think he was going to give me 48 names to try to say what didn't he voice?
1 out of 10.
What didn't he voice in this Lego movie?
You can cross off Joker because that's the obvious one.
Trickster, I knew that.
Yeah.
Chucky, I knew that.
James Howlett, also known as Wolverine, first appeared in Incredible Hulk 180 in 1974. A Canadian hero with a multitude of powers, including super strength, speed, metal claws, regeneration, and animal-like senses.
Read it one more time. I'm sorry.
James Howlett, also known as Wolverine, first appeared in Incredible Hulk 180 in 1974. A Canadian hero with a multitude of powers, including super strength, speed, metal claws, regeneration, and animal-like senses.
We'll say it did not happen in 1984.
Chances still.
Say it one more time. Answered.
James Howlett, also known as Wolverine, first appeared in Incredible Hulk 180 in 1974. A Canadian hero with a multitude of powers, including super strength, speed, metal claws, regeneration, and animal-like senses.
He wasn't in the Hulk 180.
Metal claws are not one of his superpowers. He has bones that turn into claws with adamantium laced on top. Scott Summers, better known as Cyclops, is the leader of the X-Men. Scott is a trained tactician with the power to shoot laser beams from his optic blast or his eyes. Scott is also brothers with Alex Summers.
Read it one more time. I know exactly the part I want to say.
Scott Summers, better known as Cyclops, is the leader of the X-Men. Scott is a trained tactician with the power to shoot lasers from his eyes or his optic blast. Scott is also brothers with Alex Summers.
He is not a trained technician.
You say trained technician?
Yeah.
Trained tactician.
Tactician, right?
Well,
Okay, so answer the question again.
Scott Summers, better known as Cyclops, is the leader of the X-Men. Scott is a trained tactician with the power to shoot lasers from his eyes, also called an optic blast. Scott is also brothers with Alex Summers. What ain't right?
One more time. I'm sorry.
Scott Summers, better known as Cyclops, is the leader of the X-Men. Scott is trained tactician with the power to shoot lasers from his eyes, also called an optic blast. Scott is also brothers with Alex Summers.
He's not the leader of the X-Men.
Scott does not shoot lasers from his eyes. He shoots a concussive force, which he brings from another dimension, which is his eyes are charged.
He's also not the leader of the X-Men. That is
He-
Charles
he
Xavier.
is
No. It's named after Charles Xavier.
I was going to say that, but you said you called it an optic blast, and that's
That's
what it is called.
that-
That's what
that-
that is.
but
that-
it's not lasers. Though.
That's what threw me off when he said that. I'm like, okay, that's they're not the leader of the X-Men.
Venom is
Dream Team.
Venom is an alien symbiote who takes who takes a host to take full form, including oh Jesus Christ, hold on, let me read this. Venom is an alien symbiote who has taken two different hosts to take full form, including Eddie Brock and Patricia Robertson. Venom started in 1993 as a villain, but has since become an anti-hero.
He's taken more than two hosts, and he has.
Can you name the third host?
It's I don't know. I can't name it.
Can you name the third host?
Peter Parker.
No, it's Flash Thompson.
Did he not take Peter Parker?
Is that Agent Venom? I'm scared.
All right, last question. The Red Hood first appeared in 2005, Batman number 635, as a resurrected Jason Todd who lashes out to those who have wronged him, including beating the Joker with a crowbar.
Read it one more time.
The Red Hood first appears in 2005, Batman number 635, as a resurrected Jason Todd who lashes out to those who he believes have wronged him, including the Joker, who he beats with a crossbar, with a crowbar.
I want to say it is not 265.
265, what are you talking about?
You said in issue 265.
In issue number 635.
Oh, 635, sorry.
That is partially correct. I'll give you a chance to steal because he's not really on it.
Wait. Say it again.
The Red Hood first appears in 2005, Batman number 635, as a resurrected Jason Todd who lashes out to those who have wronged him, including beating the Joker with a crowbar.
That's not in 2005. And are we doing the retcon here?
I don't know. How you tell me?
Because that was Death in the Family. Was it 2005? That was before 2005. I'm gonna say 2005 is the wrong year.
You're both correct in that it's not issue 635 and it's not 2005.
Okay, you can't put two things wrong in it and go, that's not right.
No. So the thing is that the Red Hood first appeared in 1951 as the Joker.
Okay.
And that Jason Todd takes the moniker later.
Yeah, I got that.
As he comes back or whatever.
I'm sorry. Hey, all I said was he did not come in first in issue 260 or 635, and that was.
I think that was a little bit of confusion. That whole last category was okay.
All right, so I'm going to say that's a wash because I don't think either of y'all like.
What's the score? Let's see if it's a wash. If the score matters.
Going into the final round, Chase is at 50. Jamie got none that round. He is still at 35. We have our final
What? Dream team. I want to see the math on this.
I need to. You're both at 35 going into it, and he got 3 correct, and you got none correct.
Wrong. I got his correct.
You can get any of his correct.
I got the last one correct. You said yourself.
I got it correct too.
You both said the
right answer.
You can be at 40. I'll be at 55.
We both said the right answer.
Exactly.
Okay. Final category is more or less. I'm going to say 5 different things to you, and with 2 options, and you say which one is more.
Okay.
Or less. It's very, very simple. Since you have the lead, you can go first or second. What would you like to do?
How does the question, like, you have a certain, he gets a certain number of questions, or I get?
You both get 5 questions.
Okay. Do we get to answer each other's?
You know what? It's great. You're gonna go first.
I don't know the rules. I've never played.
Do you go with the first category or the second category?
Are there different categories?
Yes. One is TV and one is movies.
I'll go TV.
All right.
I'm gonna give you this win because I love you.
Each correct question is worth 5 points.
Okay.
Are you ready? More or less? Which show has more Emmys, Game of Thrones or Simpsons?
Simpsons.
Is what?
That's wait. You said
2 shows.
Okay.
Which one has more Emmys, Game of Thrones or The Simpsons?
I said The Simpsons.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like he said.
No, he said more or less. Which one has 2 shows? I'm like,
I know.
Could be more or less.
I retract myself.
I was okay.
All right. So Game of Thrones had 35. The Simpsons had 32. Which show has been is older, Sesame Street or The Price is Right?
Sesame Street.
Sesame Street came out in 1969. Price is Right has been on since 1972. Which person has been hosting their game show longer, Drew Carey or Steve Harvey?
Steve Harvey.
Which show?
I need dates. I'm sorry. I think you're wrong. I need dates.
Drew Carey has been doing it since 2007. Steve Harvey has been doing it since I think 2010 or 11.
He thinks okay. He thinks.
When is 14? When is 10? At their peak, which show drew more viewers?
If this says Dragon Ball or Clerks, I swear to God, I'm out of here.
Andy Griffin Show or the Beverly Hillbillies?
Andy Griffin. Are you?
Yeah. The Hillbillies drew 18.1 million. Andy Griffin drew 15.6.
I really would never guess that.
On the original show, Dinosaurs, did it originally air on Fox or on ABC?
ABC.
Okay.
How is that more or less?
So, I don't know. I said it weirdly. Okay. It's either or. Either or.
So Chase, you won.
Yes. But it's for fun.
Yes.
Rude.
Chase, which franchise has made more money, the MCU or Star Wars?
The MCU.
I should have went with movies. I knew it.
Which actor has more Oscars, Anthony Hopkins or Tom Cruise?
Anthony Hopkins.
Which actor has put out more movies, Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone?
Can I say Nicolas Cage, which is both of them combined?
No.
I'll go Arnold Schwarzenegger. Huh?
Of these 2 film franchises, which one has put out more movies, Police Academy or Saw?
Are we counting the new one with Chris Rock?
No.
Police Academy. Huh?
I would have swept this. I know every one of these.
And see, man, you just picked wrong.
I gave you this. I told you I'm giving you the win.
And which film is older, Conan or Kroll?
Conan.
Kroll, 1983.
Dang.
I knew every one of them.
Oh, the funny thing, I
Sucks.
knew some of yours too, though.
Man, so you started out strong there. You're like bang,
Yeah.
bang, being wrong. Okay, so after a grueling round of trivia,
After a lot of questions that didn't make sense, didn't work.
Chase wins 62-45.
And I will say this,
Champion!
Chase, with you winning, agree with me that half these questions were confusing.
Some of them were a little confusing. Some.
Sounds like sour grapes.
I love like more or less.
It can't be sour grapes if he
What was-
won and it's saying
It was
those
more-
are sweet
real quick,
grapes.
More or less. Dinosaurs was on either.
Yours were all more or less.
Okay.
Okay, you had the Emmys and you had viewers. I think that was only more or less. in my whole
No,
category.
he had which
I'm
franchise?
talking about in my category.
Oh, and yours. Yeah. Sorry. It was Emmys.
I would have got the Beverly Hillbillies, and I would have got.
I
Game
would
of
have
Thrones.
honestly, I would have never thought that Andy Griffith would have less viewers.
I think
Yeah, I was
because it was
shocked also.
older, and they just didn't have as many TVs.
It's
or
still,
something.
I never would have thought that.
I mean, they were around the same time, like 60s.
Oh,
Or whatever.
really?
I never would have thought that.
All right, guys, thank you so much
Are you sure?
for. I believe so.
Didn't Beverly Hillbillies in color and
Yeah,
Andy Griffith what?
that's because
That was an aesthetic choice.
Yeah, it was a choice.
Oh, okay.
and it did become a color
People,
later
yeah.
on.
If you can watch color, black and white, you're watching some color.
You're lucky. I gave you movies because I love you. I told you.
you
that.
did. You gave him like
I told you.
three like easier categories. I think.
Yeah,
Dream
the movie.
Team.
you could have asked for like a
Dream
Team. If I had given you Greg Valentine, could you have like named Brutus?
Dream Team.
Take that as
No,
that as a
because I'm telling you, I don't think Jim Cornette, who's a wrestling historian, would have knew that.
Ooh, you're crazy. He probably gave both those guys hand jobs.
I probably
It's like, man,
agree
you
with
guys
that.
are the real dream team. That's probably where they got their name
Honestly,
from.
I do not. When you think your dream team, I'm thinking Dusty Rhodes is in this. I would never have put Brutus the Barber fuck cake in anything.
Oh, hating on Brutus.
Yeah,
He was great, man.
no, he
had a
wasn't.
barbershop.
He was never great.
It was amazing.
Never once.
All right, guys.
Dream team.
Thank you so much for listening. As always, you can follow us at Into Geek, Into Geek Podcast, and Into Geek Podcast for the Facebook. Where can folks come find you?
One other thing I will say: in the past, when it was Allie and Chase, the questions were a lot easier than this. More or less what was on Fox
I know.
or ABC.
I really pulled the 6th day out of my ass on that. I ain't gonna lie.
But
shocked actually.
you can follow me on Twitter. I'm at Nerdpool Pod. I'm on Instagram at Nerdpool Podcast, and I'm on Twitch at Nerdpool Gaming.
I'll also put that down here in the link for everybody as well. Next week,
We'll go over some Winter Soldier stuff. We hadn't done that.
Yeah.
We didn't do it last week. We didn't do it this week. So
and at some point we'll talk about
it's only
like
got like
Invincible
2
as
episodes
well.
left or something too.
Yeah,
so.
if that. I mean,
Yeah.
like they said part 4, I think. So like at that point,
So
there'll be 5
and
out.
it's supposed to be a big reveal. Mephisto's supposed to come back next
I
episode.
can't wait for Mephisto.
Episode 5, they said the big
Guys,
cameo.
Also, our Oscar challenge is currently going on, so be sure to go check that out in the link. At some point, we'll actually tweet that out. I don't know why I'm being so lazy with it. I just haven't done it. I was gonna make like a video or something, and I just haven't done it. So stupid. So hopefully we'll have a lot of people hit that up. If you beat us, you get to pick a movie or whatever. Which this guy's also going to be a part of. At some point, he'll also put in his choices and stuff. And the winner gets to make everybody else watch something completely terrible. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Which, by the way, New Mutants is now on Hulu.
So
there's some ideas
on HBO.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. Until next time.
See ya.
Dream Team.